The Independent Florida Alligator. Local police could charge those passing over DUI checkpoints. By Emily Cochran, Alligator staff writer. Though a Florida attorney is pushing drivers to keep their windows up during a drunk driving checkpoint, you would probably be charged with doing so in Gainesville. Warren Redlick, an attorney from Boca Raton, published a YouTube video showing himself during a checkpoint placing his license, registration, and a note refusing to comment without a lawyer against a window during a checkpoint before the officer waves him on. The video has more than 70,000 views. Sergeant Joe Rollerson, who has run DUI checkpoints in the past with Gainesville police, said that doing so during a stop would likely result in an obstruction charge. If we conduct a roadway stop, we would require the person to talk to us, Rollerson said. Well, there you have it, put in writing for the public to see. A law enforcement officer threatening to arrest people, not for breaking the law, but for asserting their rights, and specifically for asserting their Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. So, upon learning of the checkpoint to be held in Gainesville, the Fair DUI crew couldn't pass up the chance to challenge Officer Rollerson by peacefully flexing our rights by using the Fair DUI flyer.
You officer in charge?
Sergeant West, yes sir.
Hey, I'm Jeff Gray. How you doing, sir?
Jeff
We're with
Gray,
Photographer's Not a Crime.
How you doing?
Good.
What's it called? Photography's Not a Crime?
Photographer's Not a Crime, yes, sir.
Yeah, you're right.
What we'd like to do is I'm doing a public record request to inspect and photograph the operational order for this checkpoint.
Okay. Now you said operation. The actual operational order is in my captain's office.
Oh, it's in the captain's
I
office?
can forward that to you, but I mean, it won't be right now.
Do you guys have any kind of a copy for the operational order on site, or?
We need to take a picture of a wrinkle.
A wrinkle one?
Yes. What y'all are looking at, basically.
Okay. Hold tight, I'll go get one. And I'll be right back with you.
Yeah, just a copy of the,
Okay.
we don't want a copy of it, just I got a camera, if I can
Okay.
just photograph it.
All right.
And that'll be good. Yes, sir.
Thank
All
you.
right, hold on.
Thank you.
Public records request through Ben Tobias, and he'll get you what you need.
Who is that?
He's our PIO,
Yeah, okay.
Public Information Officer.
Do you have the ops order here on site?
No, that's all I was trying to explain to you. It's in my captain's office. But if you do a public records request, you can get what you need.
Okay, so you guys don't have any kind of thing that tells you the guidelines of what to do and what not to do out here?
Go to the station, go to records, do a request, and just get everything you need.
Okay, but what I'm trying to be clear that you say that you don't have any kind of ops order or anything that any kind of operational guidelines to tell you guys what to do and what not to do out here?
We had a briefing that I use a PowerPoint to explain all that stuff at the station. As far as the actual ops plan, it was signed off on from my lieutenant and the captain, and they have that information.
So there's not one here.
No.
Okay, it is 2:01 a.m. Saturday, June 27th, 2015. We are in Gainesville, Florida on Archer Road. There's a DUI checkpoint just down the road. We are intentionally going through the checkpoint to assert our rights. It's obvious that we are not intoxicated. Mr. Sav of IMV Films will be driving. As you can see, he has a seatbelt on. He is obviously not intoxicated.
I have Florida Statute 322.15 pulled up because they are arguing the language. They're misrepresenting the words by saying you have to produce a driver's license, and produce means put it in my hand.
So when you approach the checkpoint, you're going to have your window rolled up.
I'm going to have my window rolled up. I'm going to have the Fair DUI flyer available right here.
How are you going to show us how you're going to put that on the window? You put it on the window.
I'm going to have my interior lights on too to kind of dispel any officer safety issues.
Okay, if they ask you for your driver's license, what are you going to do?
I'm going to comply with my driver's license by putting it up.
Okay. Now, the point that we've had a problem with is I've already gone through the checkpoint, and I did the same thing that Sav just demonstrated right there, but they were saying that I had to roll the window down, and she actually had to have the driver's license. The officer actually had to have the driver's license in her hand.
Now let's go back to the public announcement about the checkpoint posted on the Gainesville, Florida Police Department Facebook page, where it says, drivers who are able to provide a valid driver's license upon first contact will be allowed through the checkpoint without any further delay. But this is clearly not what happens in the following video.
Sir, my name is Lieutenant Scott. I'm with the Gainesville Police Department. Florida law requires you to produce your driver's license. Can I have that, please? I'd like you to put it in my hand, please. Put your car in park, please. Hand me your driver's license. Thank you.
We're good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
So we're required to hand you the driver's license? Are we required to hand you the driver's license?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, sir. You have to produce it.
So you have to produce it, but do I have to hand
Right.
it to you?
Yes, you have to hand it to me.
And who told you that?
That's the law. It was just rewritten that way, and our legal advisor also supports that. The legal advisor for the Gainesville Police Department.
So that's the point that's the problem. That's what we're having a problem with. Right?
Yep. So we'll see if they can handle this statute.
Statute 322.15?
That's right. Here we go.
That's right. Go ahead and roll your window down and let me see your ID, please. Is that your correct address? There's one on the sign. Roll the window down for me so I can see your ID. Have a good night.
Fair DUI flyer is successful.
Is that your correct address? Here's one of the signs.
I'm gonna come out in front of you and say asphalt. This other officer's coming up.
Roll the window down for me so I can see your ID. Have a good night.
Concerned about the inconsistencies we had observed and documented, the Fair DUI crew decided we should express our concerns to the Assistant State Attorney, Catherine Artman, who was on scene that night.
What was the general guideline for this checkpoint?
Couldn't tell you, way above my pay grade. I can refer you to my supervisor, or you can talk to law enforcement. We were invited if we were interested to just see what was up with this, and I am interested in Fourth Amendment issues, so I decided to come. But it's run by law enforcement. They signed everything. They designed the plan. I just came to observe, so couldn't tell you.
So,
Just asking, as far as the identification, putting the ID up against the window so the officer can see it, I was told that I had to actually hand
I'm not going to answer that question.
identification.
I'm not going to. It's all based on the statute. You can read the statute, but I'm not going to. That's no.
Okay.
Sorry.
I just real quick point. I was told I had to roll the window down and present or hand the ID to the officer. I believe it was this officer here. And when this gentleman went through, he was allowed to just show the identification through the window. So I just wonder about the inconsistency on that.
I don't know the officers. I don't know any. I mean, unless I was standing, I don't know.
who was the officer that said the word produce?
I believe she said this. I think it was produced.
Word produces in the statute. If you guys want to do it.
Hi, this is Warren Redlick from Fair DUI. We have a problem where police agencies are now claiming you're required to physically hand over your license because of a change in section 322.15 of the Florida statutes. That change occurred in 2014, last year. The change happened because of smartphones and people are getting documents on smartphones. So they changed the word display in subsection 1, where you have to display your license to police. It now reads present or submit. Present or submit is not defined. Anybody look at a dictionary can see that showing is a form of presenting. So that's not clearly saying you have to hand it over. They could have said you have to hand it over. They could have said you have to surrender it. They didn't say those things. But keep in mind there's other parts of the statute. The title of the statute is licensed to be carried and exhibited on demand. Exhibited. The word exhibited did not change. An exhibit showing is exhibiting. They didn't change that. Subsection 2 talks about if you fail to display your driver's license as required by subsection 1. They didn't change that. They still use the word display because displaying is still sufficient. The other thing to be aware of is what's the penalty? Some police advisors are claiming that you can be arrested for resisting an order. Well, that's not true. Subsection 4 says if you violate subsection 1, it's a non-criminal traffic infraction. All they can do is give you a ticket. They can't arrest you and charge you with a crime when the statute says it's not a crime. So that's the story. Any police advisors who are out there are paying attention to this. If you're going to be asked for an interpretation of the law from a police agency, please read the whole law and give a genuine, neutral interpretation of the law. Don't just tell the police agencies what they want to hear. It's not fair to drivers. It's not fair to taxpayers. It's not even fair to cops in the field who have to deal with this. Warren Redlick from Fair DUI. Thank you.